Welcome to Radiant Nexus of Gameworlds. Today we're going to be covering movement techniques if you have read the title. My goal for today is to teach you guys some cool movement techniques which will help you in your games. Starting off with basic techniques. Number 1. Slide. Slides are very helpful. They increase movement and you don't need to run every time. To do a slide, you need to first sprint and you need to press your crouch button. So if your crouch is circle or any other button, like if my button is R3 because I'm using the setting button puncher, so I have to crouch with my R3 button. Your crouch button can be anything. Slide is a very basic movement technique. And now jump, X for me. Now then, third, what comes which we use in every game of ours, slide jumping. For slide jumping is very useful. It also increases movement and also stabilizes it. So slide jumping can be helpful in many ways. You can also do these, you can call this a tap strafe, I guess. But the catch is, if you do a slide jump very quickly, then you'll do a dead slide. Dead slide is this. Dead slide does not help in your movement. It stops your movement, like this one. It slows it down. Now, number 4 in basics. It is jump slide. Jump slide is the opposite of slide jump. So what you're going to do is doing the slide jump, but it's quite opposite. It's also nice. You can also do a slide jumps slide or a jump slide jump. These were the 2 combos which you can do. This is the next difficulty. So right now we're still on movement techniques, but let's go on to the next difficulty. So if you're new to the game, you must know the basics. They're very helpful and they're going to be helping you to know the next movement mechanics. Next is intermediate. Number 1, wall bounce or wall jump. This is pretty simple. Many people have been using it. If you're new to the game, this might be non-familiar for you. So, okay, this is very basic. You have to sprint towards a wall. Then you have to crouch, which means you have to slide because you're sprinting and you have to press your crouch button. You have to slide and jump. Then you have to touch the wall, you have to face it. And after, when you touch the wall, you have to press your jump button again. This is how you do this. So let me show you how you can use it to get over this wall. See, it's pretty helpful. You can use it in many. Number 2 is quick slide wall bounce. Okay, the one of which I did was a long slide. This long. So how about you don't do a slide jump? If you do like something called like a dead slide, I just told you what a dead slide is. It stops your movement like this. So you don't need to do a dead slide on purpose. I'm telling you to do this. Now quick slide wall bounce requires a very quick wall bounce. So you need a quick slide to do the wall bounce quickly, right? Like this. You need to slide jump really fast. Now if you slide jump already and then do it, so if you do it slow or fast, it doesn't matter to the game because you have already met the conditions to do the wall bounce. See? It's all good. Doing a wall bounce, you have to face the wall, remember that, because if you don't face the wall, you cannot do a wall bounce. You see, I didn't face the wall, looking there, but I couldn't do it. Remember that, always. Now the third one is called edge sliding. Edge sliding is just like a super glide, but instead it's not going to be fast as a super glide. Okay, let me tell you something better here. You're going to climb something, okay? Climb something. Let's say this. Then you can slide it like this. You can do it on anything which is mountable or climbable. So let's say this. So you're gonna get a whole lot of boost. See? This can help a lot if you combine it with other movement techniques. Okay, this was one very simple, okay? You just only climb something and you sprint for a while, sprint for a very little while. And then you just press your crouch button, you will slide off it smoothly. Now our next technique comes. Number 4, bunny hop, or it's called bee hop. Well, bunny hop includes like you're going to stand in this one. There's another version of bunny hop. Okay, so let's see. This bunny hop means you're going to crouch and then you're going to crouch first, and then you're going to leave your crouch button after doing a slide jump. Then you're going to press X, 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 or your jump button again. This is called bunny hopping. Let's do it outside. We are outside now. Okay, that was pretty good. So, bunny hops are really helpful in healing. Okay, you can use slide jump in many places over here. So I told you these basic techniques which I just taught you, those 4 basic techniques, the slide, the jump, all of those are very related. They're the key things which are going to break down everything into simpler and simpler pieces. Okay, so let's say if I want to heal, sorry, I picked up a Nessie. So if I want to heal, I can just do a bunny hop too. This is still keeping me good. Compare it with without the bunny hop. Just walk. It's still at least helping. But don't worry, we have a faster version of that too. Okay, we have entered the next category of movement techniques. The next difficulty, which is advanced. Now, number 1, fatigue wall bounce. Let's go back to the training arena. What a fatigue is? When you jump, you enter a fatigue. Fatigue is basically a half jump, okay? Let me prove it to you. So when I jump the first time, I go that place. When I jump for the second time after a normal jump, I go here. It's basically a half jump, okay? So, when you jump one time, that means the second time you will jump, after a normal jump, it will be a half jump, always. So, if I just, instead of just doing the half jump a second time, because instead I'll only jump once and then I'll go towards the wall, okay? And then I'll start climbing the wall. Then after just entering the climbing state, I'm going to instantly press X. Like this. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to simply press X. Do you know why I'm pressing simply X? Because there's a time limit to stay in a fatigue, which is 50 milliseconds or half a second. So when I get into a fatigue, I have half a second to do a fatigue wall bounce. If I don't do it, I'm going to be stuck into a normal state. Then I'll probably be killed. So fatigue, what is so cool about fatigue is it's infinite. After doing a fatigue, you will touch the ground again, right? You'll touch the ground. See, I'm already in the fatigue again. So see, again, it's just infinite. Okay, so what's the benefit and the use of this technique? See, wall bounces are fast. These ones, the regular ones, these wall bounces, the wall jump, it's cool, but if you use this, it will be a little bit higher than that, and you can do the fatigue from many places, and you can still reach places. Okay, it can also help you in running from enemies. So let's say if I do a fatigue over here, but I don't need to do a fatigue over here because there's a zip line, which takes us to our second technique of advanced category. It is super jump. A zipline super jump, it is termed as. So this is called a super jump. Okay, super jumps are very high. If you have ever seen them, of course you have. Many streamers have been doing this with ziplines. It's just called having fun with ziplines. Okay, how to do a super jump? To do a super jump, you have to press your interact button. Your interact button is your right button. Okay, let's say my interact button is my square, so my right button is also my square. See? Now whatever is your jump button, you have to press it instantaneously after riding the zipline. Not once, you have to press it twice, and in the fastest manner ever, like this. You don't have to do and wait it up there, because there's a catch with super jump too. To do a super jump, you have to stay on the ground, and I'm doing this all by controller. Okay, so this is not keyboard or anything. So if I'm in the air and I do this, even if I do it as fast as I can in the air, it will just not happen, because super jump can only be done touching the ground. Cool, good to learn. If you practice this, you will get hand of it, and you can use it to escape. And if you want to reload, you can just do this and then reload in the air and come down. Basically, this can make you harder to hit. Okay, now let's go to auto. To test this variation, I have a Pathfinder zipline. You can do this with horizontal ziplines, but let's try with horizontal zipline first. You have to sprint and then crouch. Just press your crouch button once. If your crouch button is on toggle, then press it once and then get out of crouch. If it's on hold, just press it one time. You will automatically uncrouch. See, this is much more higher and faster, but it's more harder to pull off too. It actually hurts my hand if I do this, but I'll do it on crouch for once. There you go. You have to uncrouch, remember that, because if you do it in crouch, so you have to uncrouch, then you will get the speed boost. There. Next is number 4. It is a crouch bunny hop. So remember, for bunny hop, you still need to have crouch on hold, because it's much more easier. Okay, now what is crouch bunny hop? You're going to do a normal slide jump, and then you're going to not leave your crouch. You're not going to leave your crouch button. Okay, just hold it. Now you're going to jump while holding your crouch button. This is infinite and much more faster than the normal bunny hop. This is a bunny hop, but it is better. This is the bunny hop, normal one, and this is the crouch bunny hop. Okay, now let's test both of them. What is the use of this anyways? The use of this is like whenever you are healing, you can use it to move while healing. There we go. Okay, now we have come to the conclusion of our movement techniques. Okay, now my main is Octane. If your main is Octane, then that is very good of you, because you come to the right place. Now I'm going to show you one special movement technique which I've discovered on my own. Okay, first I'm going to be doing many different techniques of sets of movements which I just did right now. I'm going to combine it all with my movement, but I'm going to use my Legends ability too. My main, this is Octane. My main is Octane. It's just awesome. So I'm going to be using Octane always, probably. So I'm going to be using Octane, and I'm going to be using his abilities and the movement tech which I just taught you in today's video. So the first one we're going to be doing is Crouch Buddy Hop with Stim. It's much more faster. I combine it at the same time. Number 2, Stim Wall Bounce. Let's do it. Much more faster, a lot faster. You can see it's a lot faster than before. Okay, next is Stim Super Jump. You get a lot of better. We have come to number 5, Stim Slide Jump. This is pretty common. It is much more faster, and you can do a tab straight with this. Okay, next is Stim Edge Slide. This one is really good. It is really fast. I'm telling you, you have to try this. It's time for the special movement which I discovered on my own. You can do a wall bounce when you're in air. You can do it when you're in air. Okay, so let's say we are going to do it on that building. We're going to do it help with that building. Try it again. You can also combine it with the bunny hop. Say Stim Jump Pad Wall Bounce. Better. But you can come in the firing range and try it for your own stuff. We have discovered all these movement techniques. If you're new to Apex, the Radiant Nexus of Gameworlds will show you all these good movement aim techniques. Oh, speaking of aim techniques, this one was for movement. The next one is going to be for aiming. So you can aim like many good people over there. There's so many people. So you can aim like all those streamers, all those pro players. You can just do a lot of things with the controller. You can even do a tab swing. Took me a little bit of planning to do what we do with this video. So I showed you all those movement techniques. If you implement into these games, to your games, it's going to be really helpful. You can escape for enemies, you can chase them. From Radiant Nexus of Gameworlds, this is Storm signing off. I'll see